4-man mosh pit followed by a tomb. Oh no!
Oh, a huge light bomb coming in on the Genji, and that's a 5-man light bomb. They're gonna follow up, and they're gonna get 1, 2, 3 kills.
And it's gonna be everybody dying. Oh my God! When does this happen? Everybody's dead.
G'day, and welcome to another Nexus Gaming Series cast. This time we have Division A West, Cool Cats and Kittens facing us against CM After Dark. I am getting pestered by a fly because we're getting into spring/summer and they decide to go, hey, you know what, that house over there, that looks great to go in, and this bastard is just flying around. Anyway, to get away from a distraction, we do have, as I said, Cool Cats and Kittens. We have Cool Cats and Kittens actually had map pick because, well, CM After Dark won the coin toss, or more that Cool Cats and Kittens lost it, which is something to say. But we do see Battlefield Eternity and Brax holdout banned out by Cool Cats and Kittens. Meanwhile, CM After Dark banned out Dragonshire and Towers of Doom. I'm just going to say cast already, just so they know as well. And that leads us to Tomb of the Spider Queen, which I like Tomb of the Spider Queen. It is a fun map, especially because I just vibe in the offlane half the time. Put, like, I don't know, a Misha in a bush and just go, if anyone comes at me, the bear runs at them and I run away, which honestly is a very good play. Just run. That is my go-to. Just start running away and you'll be safe. But it looks like we will be getting into the game in a few moments. It looks like everyone is ready, so we should have something fun here, to say the least, because I think Cool Cats and Kittens are doing very well this season, and while they may not be doing as well, CM After Dark are still a very good team. Obviously they are, because Division A, you expect strong competency, or at least you expect people to be pretty good when we get up to this kind of mark, so to speak. It looks like here we go. So once the lobby catches up with what everyone's saying, we'll get on in. And there we go. So, Cool Cats and Kittens on the left, CM After Dark on the right. What is CM After Dark going to ban out first, I wonder? I'll see if I can play a little bit of figure this out as we go along and see what happens. Do we expect a tank ban, a healer ban? Is there some type of carry that usually happens? I mean, Nazebo can do pretty well this map. And Wimbang banned out. So healer to start off with. Which, yeah, it looks like Cool Cats and Kittens. It's one of their more played healers, so may as well. Brightwing banned out on the other hand. Brightwing, very good all-round healer, and actually one of the highest win rate here, highest win rate heroes for the side of CM After Dark. So very fair in banning that. May as well get it out of the way so you don't have to deal with it. Lucio banned out as well. We're getting a healer choke coming out. Oof. Wouldn't like to be a healer currently, because that is starting to look a bit like, why are you doing this to me? That's not the button I want. And Tracer is the last ban. Well, at least the last ban for this phase. So, first pick, what are we going to get? Maybe heal, maybe damage. I don't imagine tank and offlane of a first slot. Vala? Also, welcome Lubidium and Tiger Hots. Let's go CM and CCK. Okay, good. People against each other. Love that. Right. And we see Stukov picked up first. Honestly, good first pick. For Silence, really annoying. Good AoE healing. Can get you through a lot of fights. May as well get that going. Alright, Cool Cats and Kittens. What is your first two picks is the question. Are we going to see heal? Ufa? No, I doubt we see an Ufa. As much as I love the man, he is not the most popular healer by any means. Maybe Vala? No, we get Hogger and Joanna. I forgot about Joanna. I forgot Joanna existed for a brief moment. I was happy. But no, here we are with a Joanna. So, picks 2 free from CM. Not really anything you can kind of tell from these drafts currently. They are both relatively safe. Like, yeah, sure, Joanna is going to be a good wall to get through for the side, like a hard wall to get through for side CM. We see Venus on the Blaze, so maybe the offlane. But I do know that Tiger isn't actually in the game, so maybe it is the infamous Venus tank. We can see Sylvanas rounds out that round as well. Also, hi, Rackham, hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, and then Sylvanas. I do like Sylvanas. It's a hero I'm not very great at, but it is such a good all-round healer in terms of damage and siege, where she can get a lot of value if you leave her alone, or even if you don't leave her alone, she can still take your life in a few moments. But third ban for the side of Cool Cats and Kittens is going to be Diablo. Is Skycake a tank player? I'm like looking blankly ahead of me, like looking blankly at the screen going, I don't know. I don't know what people play. Right, Vo, third ban for CM After Dark. Show me Felstad. Rhaegar. They are just straight up going, nope, no healers, not allowed. Absolutely no healing at all. Ban out all the healers. Throw it in the bin. What do we get then? Oh, thank you for following, Tiger. Hope you. God, the loud beep always throws me off. Cassian Oriole. Okay, I like Oriole. That's a fun one. Ooh, right on. Okay, Lubin. Okay, I see it. I like it. So very much Cassia is... Oh, what? We may see a Gul'dan. Gul'dan will be an interesting one, to say the least. Gul'dan works very well with Oriole, but Cassia does as well, actually. Both of them... Anything with a high damage output can do very well. Thank you, Lubidum. Right, last two picks here. Genji and Gazlo. So it is the Weenus tank. Interesting. I do like Gaz pickup, and Genji can be pretty good at that finishing kills, especially with how well Sylvanas can do a lot of damage short amount of time. And if you just need that one extra secure, that's a good one. But what are we going to end the draft with? I kind of hope Gul'dan, maybe a Li Ming. Nazebo. I called it at the beginning. Why did I not stick to my guns? Nazebo is the last one picked up. Swap rounds. I don't know if anything will change over. That would be a bit too... I guess I don't know the teams well enough. I haven't exactly scouted per se. It's because I barely want to scout my own Get Teams games, let alone other teams' games. But that will be that. I'm going to put myself on for... And I just need to make a quick call because someone's calling me, but I'll be back in a few moments.
Four-man mosh pit followed by a tomb. Oh no!
Oh, here's Light Bomb coming in on the Genji, and that's a 5-man Light Bomb. They're gonna follow up, and they're gonna get 1, 2, 3 kills.
And it's gonna be everybody dying. Oh my God! When does this happen? Everybody's dead.
Sorry about that. Always get calls at the worst time. Anyway, we have Discolata on the Hogger, Lubidium on the Oriole, Beowulf on the Zebo, Pushover on Cassia, and Horvath is on the Joanna Mir on right hand side. We have Death Punisher on the Stukov Venus on the Blaze, Yona's Genji, Aura on the Sylvanas, and Skycake is on the Gazlo. And I'm very thankful that call did not have to go much longer than it did. So, a relatively safe play. We're just probably going to get the clear wave rotate, clear wave rotate, clear wave rotate that the game generally follows. Yon's doing what damage they can, not quite getting as much as they want maybe. Nice double stun by Weenus, Discolata and Lubidium just backing out. We can see Hogger is going bottom now, and just Joe is trying to slow down whatever rotation can come out. And you can see she's being a decent pest to that backline. And that's why Joe is so good on this on this map, because she can actually stall people very well and slow their rotation down so much where you're missing a lot of your clear. And Horvath played that, just even small things like that can get played very well, and you can see they did excellently there. However, Joe did need to tap. If they took a decent amount of damage here, Skycake's bullying Desolator a little bit, but Pushover decides that Skycake may not be allowed to take such a aggressive stance into Desolator and push him back. Meanwhile, we can see Sylvanas has started Bruiser Camp. Death Punisher going to help them. Weenus and Yana's trying to help them. Cassie has started a Bruiser Camp for the side of Kill, Cats, and Kittens. While the rest of the team is just trying to stack. Beowulf doing the Nazebo thing, trying to get as many stacks as possible in a short amount of time. Obviously, that kind of key number, that magical number being 175. But speaking about stacks, let's have a look at how things are going. We have Spider Build Nazebo already at 28 and already at 34 Voodoo Ritual stacks, which is a good start. Otherwise, we have Thunderstroke Cassia, so heavy on the spell damage, but can still do pretty well. Nice stun by Weenus. Beowulf is in trouble. They are backing out. Libidium getting back to them, getting a W off, but will not get the save. Didn't quite have enough energy for that, and that is actually the Nazebo going down. First blood of the game going over to the side of CM After Dark. Also, well, as I say, while there weren't any other quests at that time, there is now, as Joanna did go that Shield Bash, Q talent, I can't remember what it's called, Subdue, that's what it's called. I should really know that by now. Horvath getting a decent amount of damage out. But it was really difficult for actually CM After Dark to step in. They're actually being forced off that Bruiser Camp, which a bit inconvenient, but by no means will it be deadly. It's still definitely a nuisance. So both teams are relatively close in terms of turn-ins. It is Cool Cats and Kittens slightly ahead in that regard. As I think, yeah, they're 3 ahead. You know, we can see Descolata and Skycake still having a good old tussle bottom. But we see Joanna getting a stun at the Skycake actually taking a decent amount of damage in process. Actually going down to a third health from basically full before, but nope. That is Skycake getting out safely. And once again, we see Cool Cats and Kittens are just drip feeding the gems in. They're not really wanting to die of anything. Speaking about dying, this may be Skycake. Oh, that whip barely found the wall. Skycake doing their best to hold on. Does get a nice double stun out. Gets blinded. They try to mount a bush, but nope, they'll be them down. Death Punisher nearly got there to help, but unfortunately not for them. And they'll take a little bit of damage in process, but ultimately be safe. And that is Cool Cats and Kittens evening the kill difference, so to speak, and getting a one of their own. Cool Cats and Kittens also do have Handin. That's something very important to note. While CM After Dark are just a little bit behind the Handin curve. Just by about, oh, nope, there it is now. Right, we do see Horvath is on Aura, Weenus and Co. They're trying to get as much siege as they can. Teams are looking at handing in. Descolata hasn't been able to have a chance. Weenus, Aura, and Jonas doing their best to damage Horvath for what they can. Horvath really having to back out. No, low energy for Lubidium and low mana for Horvath means they did have to get all the way out. Pushover tries to take out Aura. Aura getting relatively low, but knock her down. Jonas gets stuck in the Nazebo wall, dashes in, doesn't quite find anything with it. But there we see them getting chased off once again. I do like the Genji the more I think about it. Genji does have such a good rotation speed around these objectives and such. It makes it quite hard to fully ever stop someone from getting so cool rotating onto someone. But both teams have had turn for a little bit now. Gazlo's been struggling a bit into Hogger with their 22, which it looks like turn-in will happen in just a few moments. As Hogger does get those Web Weavers going for the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. We do see a Q coming out. And just a lot of abilities are being traded in general. Were the camps up? No, the camps were not back up yet. So that's a 5-minute Web Weaver objective. Pretty impressive considering a lot of teams get out in like the 3-minute mark. So these will do a decent amount. Beowulf just doing what Siege they can. And it looks like CM After Dark are deciding to save top while there is the Eternal Conflict, which is just two offlanders hitting each other senselessly. Jonas tries to get a little dash through, does get it directly onto the Web Weaver, and it is... Okay, it is dash build, so they do have that extra damage at the tip of the Blade Strike. Swift Strike. Definitely do that. And we can see now people are just coming back down. Nazeba got a decent amount done there. Weenus actually getting relatively low. Does have that emergency shielding pop. Jonas stuck in the petting zoo of Zombie War. That team of Cool Cats and Kittens are really putting CM After Dark under the pump early on. And we actually see Beowulf completes their spiders in 5 minutes and 55 seconds. And they're actually closest to 10. Like, both teams are within a pretty good striking distance of each other. But it is CM After Dark who will be just a bit behind as Cool Cats and Kittens will get their 10s now. And both teams are getting their camps. It's an important thing to note here. In terms of heroics. Also, thank you, Peach, for joining the stream. We do see that Hordepult is picked up by Hogger, Ravenous Spirit, Nazebo, which can do a lot. Lightning Ball Cassia, Blessed Shield Joanna, and that Crystal Aegis on... Oh god, Oriel, that's her name. I'm like looking at my Angel. Oh, nice stun by Venus. In my Venus went not Pyromania. Combustion gets a decent damage out. Nice Gravo. We can see that's the big combo coming out. Actually, Nazebo is the lowest one, but is barely holding on. Note, Nazebo goes down, Pushover goes down as well, as that's a nice double kill for the side of CM After Dark. And just like that, this is suddenly in CM After Dark's favor. But they did use a lot of tools here. They used everything but flailing swipes. They used the Wailing Arrow, they used the Combustion, they used the Gravo Bomb 3000? Yep. And they did use the Dragon Blade. Not something you see often on Genji. You usually see Cross Strike. But I do like the lesser picked talents and heroics picked up. Aura took a lot of damage there. Is forced to back out. But that is already one fort down. CM After Dark has now taken the structural lead. Nice silence by Stukov. Beowulf, excellent stuff to get out there. Especially because Lubidium is not in the position to help him currently. Ravenous Spirit is barely out of range of Venus. Jonas, however, is going to get slapped by that ghost a few times. Does a little jump, but will ultimately be relatively safe. But top fort did go down as well. That's something very important to know. So with that second objective phase, CM After Dark were able to get a lot done. And we can see both teams actually very close in terms of hand-ins with each other. Each time, there have been, the whole game, a 2 to 3 or at most 5 difference between the two teams in terms of hand-ins. Jonas is watching top hander. They're not wanting anyone to get it. Sees Joanna. Stop from doing so. We can then see 4 members of the side of Cool Cats and Kittens here. Oh, I'd say Jonas tries to stop it. Takes a lot of damage for their effort. Escalada pushing down onto Venus. Venus just waddling away. I'm going to close this. Nice charge by Venus, hitting just Escalada. Then, I'd say the counter stun from Horvath, but the flailing swipes from Stukov actually kept it from what could have been actually a not so great fight from CM. Just saved. Now, Joanna's going to see if she can seek hand in, but you don't want to step too far away from the rest of your team, because if someone gets caught out, it's going to be a little bit on you. But I think Venus is very much feeling the same pressure currently. They're wanting to make sure that no one gets hand in, but they also want to make sure that their team doesn't take any unwanted deaths. Horvath will be actually able to get the turn in by the looks of it. Nice whip by Lubidium, keeping Venus off of him. But that combo once again comes out. Grabber Bomb hits 2, and that is someone down from it. Oh, Pushover barely dodging the stun from Blaze, however, will not stop the W from Death Punisher. And that is the next Web Weaver phase going over to actually Cool Cats and Kittens. They did at least get the turn in before that happened, but they once again lost to win the heroic fights. So Cool Cats and Kittens, essentially at this point, need to bait out the heroics and have the disengage up and ready. If they aren't able to bring out things such as that Gravo Bomb, it's going to be very difficult for them. There's essentially, get Gravo Bomb out, that fight goes much better for you if it hits no one. If you get 1 or even 2 people hit by Gravo, that could very much be a fight just done like that. And we can see that twice now, Gravo Bomb's hit 2, and twice, there have been 2 deaths in that fight. But by no means would I say it's Cool Cats and Kittens are out of this. It is essentially very close in terms of levels. Yeah, sure. CM After Dark do have an advantage, but oh my god, they have 90 gems. That's a lot of gems. As I say, but Cool Cats and Kittens, I've seen pull some wild stuff this season. Nice blind by Joanna. Aura now in danger. Does get the unstopped haunting wave in time, able to get out, but wasn't able to turn in the 24 she were holding. Wow, she was holding, which unfortunate, but it does happen. We can see Genji is in a little bit of a scuffle with Horvath. does have to drop on out, and we can see now people are starting to poster mid. But Cassia is about to do camp. Is Cassia about to do camp? Yeah, Cassia is doing camp. This is... If Cloud of Minds wants to strike, A, they can wait to 16s. B, they can just go now. They're... Cool Cats against a down person. You haven't seen them in a while, so I guess you don't know where they are. And Joanna can stall a while. Weenus, go. Attack. Attack Weenus. Go. Up here. Joanna. Never mind. Weenus is going after some juicier targets. And we can see the rest of the team of CM After Dark agree with it. There's Hand and Gazlo got bottom. Nice. Double stun by Weenus. Then for whipped away. Skycake is going to walk up, drop the Gravo. Doesn't quite get out. There it is. Doesn't actually find anyone. That's exactly what the side of Cool Cats and Kittens need. Discolata is going to have to back up just because they are low from that engagement. But you managed to survive the main kind of combo from CM After Dark. You're in a very good spot now if you're Cool Cats and Kittens. You're thinking like, actually, we got a lot of those tools out. We know we can bait those, take them out, which I'm very surprised it worked out that way, but it very fortunately did. And we can see Black Arrows activated by Sylvanas. That's going to go down relatively quick. But meanwhile, it looks like Cool Cats and Kittens are just wanting to save their keeps. Weenus charges point blank into Joanna. Joanna being silenced, isn't able to pop Iron Skin. And that is a very dead Joanna. That, honestly, that's one of the best ways to kill a Joanna. Just don't let her use her buttons at all. Which I guess is the same for any hero in the game, but Joanna especially, as she can just pop her trait and be relatively safe. This fort's starting to get pushed into. Discolata has Aura right next to him. They know don't have a Q. Nice stun by Weenus. The grab bomb comes out, hits two. The silent circle right under them. Lubidium does need to pop the Crystal Aegis himself. However, another silence put directly under them. LBVM going down. Weenus uses a charge to get out. Actually taking a lot of damage from it. Death Punisher going, my tank may be a bit ready to die. Which, I think a good tank player is ready to die at any given point. We're like, yeah, let's go, see what happens. If it doesn't work, so be it. If it works, hell yeah. And it did work pretty well for Weenus there. He didn't die even. That was a great thing. But we're even talents now. Cool Cats and Kittens, if they sniff out this boss that's happening, they can probably get a good fight on it. And they can see that Death Punisher is on it. They see Gazlo is on it. And they're slowly migrating up. Death Punisher a little bit early on the swipes. However, it doesn't seem to matter just because they do get boss. Anyway, we see Dragon Blade coming out from Yonas. Does get stunned for the effort. Pushover overextended. We can see they tried mounting a bit of a team. They go down eventually to Aura. Aura getting that last hit. Nice place to shield by Joanna. Same rest of the team. However, it will be the Hogger getting caught out next, then followed by Joanna. And this may be a landslide or a kind of snowball into that win. We do see Joanna's getting relatively low. Aura didn't really give too many cares and decided to take him down. Skycake's going to start punching that building. Weenus there with him, just shooting fire on it. Lubidium is going to start just bead-stepping underneath. GG call by Beowulf. Weenus barely falling short of his stun. Lubidium, excellent spacing on their B-steps, making sure they're not going to get hit. They're far enough away where it doesn't matter too much. We can see that this fort is slowly going down, or is going as far away as possible, making it harder for me to follow with the camera. We can see, however, respawns are coming up. I don't think it will matter at this point. Kenji is trying their best to kill Lubidium. Doesn't quite matter. Hogger got cancelled from his queue. And that is the first map of the series, going over to the side of Clouded Minds. GG scored by both sides. Right. Let's have a look, shall we? It was pretty close for the early to mid game. That was very close between the two teams. There was not, well, I think, as I said, I think it was about a 3 to 5 gem difference at any given point up until about level 10, 11, 12. But then once CM were able to start getting their combos, it was just, Cool Cats and Kittens didn't really have an answer for it. They didn't really have a disengage, which I think now looking back, bans such as Lucio makes sense. Lucio kind of cripples Gazlo's Gravo Bomb a fair bit, so if you're doing it this way, it makes it much easier for your team to combo. Other than that, Nazebo, I didn't actually see how many stacks he got. I don't think he completed it. He definitely wasn't at completion set, but still in a good spot. Good damage by Cassia. Actually had most damage in game. Genji and Sylvanas still doing actually very close to each other, and Nazebo's still not too far behind them as well. In terms of Soak, Hogger, and Gaz, pretty close. Gaz did have the most siege damage, meanwhile, and also most Soak, just because Soak was more shared out across Nazebo and Hogger. Looking at talents, is there anything that stands out to me? Empathetic Link is the first thing from Oriole. It's not often you see Empathetic Link, or is it Emphatic Link? Yeah, Empathic Link, sorry. Yeah, it's not often you see that talent, as it is considered maybe not one of the better ones, but it can still do a lot in a given situation. You can see Oriole was trying to squeeze what healing they could out, but couldn't quite keep up with the Stukov. But Stukov is definitely a harder one to keep up with. Hogger makes sense. Cassia makes sense. Yeah, everything else kind of makes sense here. So let me throw on over to the map view screen. And let me just check CM After Dark 1 map 1. And I guess now we have a lookout to see what we're going to next. It's like, couldn't see. Wait, did I miss anything? I'm just scrolling back up. Like, did I miss something? No. Vestive C, Vestive C, Vestive Other. I don't know where everything sits. I'm just going to go on to the home screen so I don't accidentally start anything up like the dumb I can be. And we'll just get to wait and see how things are going. So I hope you're doing alright, chat. Hope everyone's doing well this evening. It feels like it's been a long week for me, but I think it's also been a long week for a few others. But hopefully we're getting near the point where we can just sit back, relax. Wait, no. I immediately remembered it's Thursday for most of the Americans. Sorry about that. Oh, time zones are weird, man. Absolutely, because it confuses the hell out of me at the best of times. It's honestly sitting at my computer last night going, oh, when is the game again? When is this game again? Just simply going, what are time zones? What's an Eastern time? Heaven forbid anyone says Mountain Time to me. I'm actually, like, screwed beyond belief. Just because I have no clue how Mountain Time works. I know it exists. I don't know if it's different to Central. I assume it's different to Central. But anyway, let's have a little more think about this. So, CM1. Let's assume Cool Cats and Kittens are going. Right, we can choose, you know what, first pick. We just want to win this one. Where do we think we're going next? It's going to be Cursed Shrines, and I'm probably going to cry. But if I'm going to be hopeful and say it's not going to be Cursed Shrines, well, I think Tales of Doom was, but yep, Tales of Doom was banned. Interesting that CM After Dark banned Tales of Doom. Apparently they do pretty well in it. Garden of Terror, maybe a fun one to go to. Alterac, maybe. Inferno Shrines. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, I thought someone suddenly did. I'm like, nope, that wasn't it. So I'm just keeping an eye on things to make sure I'm just going to not miss the lobby on accident. Because obviously, don't want to do that. It wouldn't be the first time I've done it while casting, but hopefully that time was the last. That's because I'm not the brightest boy. By any means, I'm not the brightest boy. But yeah, maybe Alterac. I feel like Garden of Terror. I feel like Garden of Terror would be a good choice. It would be a good, fun choice. They do relatively well in it. But if Cool Cats and Kittens get map pick, choose map pick, I wonder. Sky Temple still up? Maybe Sky Temple? Tales of Doom with banned. Yeah, maybe Sky Temple. It's gonna be Infernal Shrines. I'm gonna cry. I can feel it in my bones. Like, Infernal Shrines, it's been too good a run without me having to deal with it. I forgot to place bets. No! I knew I forgot something. Shit. I forgot to put up gambling. One day I will remember. I actually need to, like... I don't have any spare post-it notes, do I? It is Garden of Terror. Okay. That's... actually not far off. I think I said expecting Gardens of Terror or Infernal Shrines. I have a second special. It's going to be more Infernal Shrines, but I'm happy it's Garden of Terror. And it is... map pick was it was map pick by CM. So, yep. It was Cool Cats and Kittens picking first pick like I thought, because then CM chose to go to Garden of Terror, which I'm a fan of Garden. I mean, I may have lost a Garden to another Garden Terror game to another CM team recently. One of them just sitting in the chat, and I can see two of them sitting in the chat. I can see their name, and I'm just crying on the inside a little bit. But we are at least getting everything set up now, and this should still be a good one. I'm just gonna note that I am ready, just so people know I'm good to go. We're there. I imagine we're gonna see very similar bands. This may be where it gets a bit more targeted. I wonder if we get the silent circle out. Because that... Sorry, I'm tired. The Stukov silence did a lot that game. It does a lot of damage. The silence is really annoying. Like, it's just in general a good ability, especially post 13. It looks like we are just waiting on a few people still, so no rush there. Anything else we expect to see banned? The Lost Vikings. Apparently the Lost Vikings are... Oh my god, yeah, they do have a Lost Vikings player. Oh, the Lost Vikings player does well. I probably shouldn't be talking about this. I'm just like looking at things like, yes. Yeah, we saw Tracer was banned last time. Tracer's actually been banned the most against CM After Dark. So they definitely have someone who just goes, yes, I want to run it down as Tracer. But it looks like everyone is ready, so we may get it started in a few moments. Which, excellent. I do love a good draft coming up. I think I haven't really touched a lot of live cast for this season. I'm very happy I had some time off of work just because, okay, not how I did it, but having some time to do these live casts has been great. And I've enjoyed it thoroughly, and it definitely becomes more enjoyable when people do listen. So thank you to everyone in chat who does drop in to listen to me ramble about how this game works. But we can hear Garden Terror. The game is going. Let's swap on over into it. Cool Cat's first ban. Tracer. Tracer is such as... If you know you need to ban Tracer, just ban Tracer. You're not going to let her be picked. We know it's coming. But no... Or is Sylvanas is banned out first, which, yeah, fair enough. Next ban coming up? No, I don't think he banned Azebo. I think for bans, as I say, Anduin may stay the same for CM After Dark. We see Anduin banned out first. I wonder if we get a Lucio next. I wonder if we still see Tracer here, still see Vala here. Hugger banned, okay. I like it. I wonder if they're planning on running something such as Varian then, like a Taunt Varian, Smash Varian. Anything that could scare off Tracer? Sergeant Hammer. Ooh. Actually, I think I did see that Cool Cats and Kittens have run Sergeant Hammer a fair bit, which... Fair enough. Hi, Butte. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming. But we do see Brightwing is the first pick. Was banned out by Cool Cats and Kittens last game, but big map, may as well pick it up. Safe one, get rid of it immediately. Next two picks from CM. First two picks from CM. Stukov again? Stukov Blaze? Tracer? Rhaegar? You know what? Fair enough. I was talking about Tracer's been the most banned for the side of CM, and we see Jonas gets Tracer. So I hope we get a very strong Tracer showing here, but it will be a bit hard to say until they kind of get rolling. This is Division A West. And so we have CM After Dark facing off Cool Cats and Kittens. I think they're both relatively up there as well. We see May picked up, blinds for Tracer, fair enough. And Raynor picked up, wait. Joanna's still up, so I think that is interesting to say the least that you're picking May over Joanna. But May still has some very good tools in her kit. She is absolute. I remember getting frustrated quite a few times playing against Joanna, especially in my first few seasons of NGS. Not Joanna, May in my first few seasons of NGS. Look, I do not know what people play, but I'm happy to learn. And Sonya is banned out last by CM After Dark. Cool Kittens, one more ban. They have an offlaner. They can choose from offlane, tank, both pretty good bans. And another damage dealer. I don't know what other damage dealers Aura plays. I think every time I've seen them play, I think I've seen Sylvanas. But yep, we see Blaze banned out. I think Weenus may be a little bit sad at that one. Weenus like, oh man, how else am I going to cook my taco? So something like burritos or something like that. I don't know. I think it's burritos for Weenus. Can't quite recall. I mean, that's a very good place to put a pulse bomb. And we can see Joanna and Jaina picked up. Okay. Yeah. Condemn, Blessed Shield. Blessed Shield condemned. Being like a Ring of Frost or a, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a Ring of Frost, but a Blizzard dropped on top. That can be a lot of damage very quickly. I'm very interested to see if Skycake picks up something like Dahaka again. But Beowulf and Crazy for Haruno. What are we seeing? Zarya. Oh my god, Zarya and Dahaka. Because we do see Dahaka there, but Zarya is never one I expect. And Gazlo rounds out the compositions. I guess I'm just a little thrown off by the Zarya and all. I'm like, okay, I didn't expect this. I mean, we're into the last few weeks. May as well pick for weird things while we're here. And we can see actually they have played a few games of Zarya. If I looked better, I would have seen that. But all in all, I like both these drafts. So we'll discuss them when we get into the game. But I'll see you guys on the other side of the kind of a pre-roll bit. And I will remember to start a prediction in this brief gap.
Oh, a swap. Oh no, but a swap followed by a light bulb.
Here. 4-man mosh pit followed by a tomb. Oh no!
Oh, a huge light bomb coming in on the Genji, and that's a 5-man light bomb. They're going to follow up, and they're going to get 1, 2, 3 kills.
And it's gonna be everybody dying. Oh my god, when does this happen? Everybody's dead.
I will never time that properly. Because like, it's already started for a few seconds. Anyway, what do we have here? We have Death Punisher on the Rhaegar. We have, I'm losing my mind, Skycake on the Gazlo, Yonas, Tracer, Weenus on Joanna, and Aura is on Jaina. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we do have Horvath on the May, Beowulf on the, I again forgetting your name, Zarya, Pushover on Raynor, which does pretty well to Tracer. Crazy for Haruno on the Space Yoshi Dahaka. And we do see Libidium rounding out the compositions. And yeah, she has been a great silver from what I can see. We can see that Dahaka is already just kind of waddling on up top. We see Jonas is going to pest him for a little bit. But we do see Aura getting relatively low already. And actually Horvath gets a slide in. And that'll be Aura going down, bound by the Q of Zarya. That is a good first kill. Very, very onto it, man. We can now see that Skycake is going to be doing the best soak top, bottom. We do have a nice split. Yona's absolutely just harassing Haruno. But I imagine we're don't know how that's going to go until really more happens. Skycake, good stuff backing out on time. May as well. Beowulf doing what damage they can. And I do like that the Zarya is getting so aggressive in these towers and such. You may as well. You have a shield that gives you energy. Burn what you can and take it as you go. Rhaegar started the siege camp. We can see Raynor and Lubidium starting bruises, which... yeah, fair enough getting these out immediately because Bruiser, the first seed, is bottom. We also Death Punisher and Aura taking out camp. What are we seeing in terms of talents? I like Maximum Charge. It is my favorite talent to go on Zarya. I don't know if it's good, but I'm going to take this as validation. Say, yeah, I should pick this more often. And we have at least one person believing in CM, but no one quite into Cool Cats and Kittens on that bet. Meanwhile, we can see this camp is now being done. Top camp of Bruisers still up for CM After Dark. But it looks like Cool Cats and Kittens are rotating onto all of theirs. Other quests to mention, even though I know quests aren't the most important thing, but I do like watching them, is Enhanced Agility to Haka. We do see then Fingers of Frost on Jaina. We see Yona's getting a little bit more pressure than they may like top, but are able to get out. We'll see Laws of Hope on the Joanna. Venus is just backing out, getting shot a little bit. Getting polymorph now. Poor Venus is just where this whole thing's going. Skycat getting relatively low. They're trying to dodge Zarya. They won't be able to live forever. Went to, I'd say, nearly that turret. That turret shielding nearly saved something, but didn't quite get there in the end. You know something? Do I know something? I don't know. Oh, Beowulf has paused the game as we do have a disconnect. Let me just throw it back over to here. I really need it. I'm blushing. Cute. Thank you. We have a computer crash. You can see it here. Computer crash. Yep. So let me just cut it over to here for a little bit. I don't know why I'm cutting it over to here, because I was immediately about to talk about map. I guess I'm just making sure that I don't show the chat. I don't know. I need to figure out how to turn... Every time I try to turn chat off, it just comes back. I'm like, I don't know why. It just does. Even from the observer slot, I should really have a look into that further and further. Yeah, so I'm going to throw back to the map just because I'm going to point out some things. Well, the game, because I'm going to point out some things on it. I can't be bothered doing the actual transition. So we see here, very defensive side seed for the side of Cool Cats and Kittens, so they're already in position for it. Meanwhile, what I'd like to see from Cloud and Minds, now that they have this time to think, maybe they just push top. Maybe Yonas and Aura just push in these top towers and gets what damage they can with the camp. I do love this chat. It's just slowly going off. I need to get like a black square here to push in these situations. It's like, no. But yeah, I like to see... Oh god, tell me a joke. What sort of cheese do you use to hide a horse? Mascarpone. I have some bad cheesy jokes, and literally they're all about cheese. Oh no. I've probably got like housemates around who's going like, are you serious? Why are you making cheese jokes again? I'm trying to remember the other ones now. But mascarpone is the one I go back to a lot. Like, you get the general puns like, this one's good, but this one's gooder, this one's fitter. God, now I've been put on the spot about jokes. I am struggling. Like, I'm building up a sweat, like, patting my brow, like, geez. Oh, no, I'm not just laughing at myself going, oh, no, he's struggling. The fool. The absolute fool. It looks like we are going to have a longer pause, though. So I will actually just... Yeah, but all my joke, like, I have a lot of cheese-related jokes and I can't remember. Oh, Jonas has left the game now. Oh no, this really is something, huh? Let's throw it back over here and just relax for a bit as they're just joking that computer crashes are now contagious. Which, fair enough. I don't want mine to crash, though, so fingers crossed it's only in North America and isn't going to somehow reach me, because I do not want bats, whatever happening there, reaching me. Because, goddamn, do not want that. Oh, that may be a full-on Yonas Goners, which not ideal to say the least, but hopefully we see things coming back. Oh, wait, no, he is coming back. Good. I'm still like absolutely struggling to remember all my cheese jokes. I've been put on the spot, and apparently I don't like it. Which is impressive for me, to say the least. It looks like we are having one person rejoin now, so we may have two rejoining soon, so that is good. One side is ready. Both sides are ready, fortunately. Nice. So let me swap it back over. I really didn't think I'd struggle with apparently telling jokes. Apparently the clown is I, but I can't count. Okay, we're counting down from 99. We're ready? 5. Come on. If you're waiting for me to say ready, I can't say ready. I cannot type in that chat. Okay. We're getting there. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go as we're back in it. I'm wondering if I was correct that we just see a hard push top. We see them leaving seed. It's first seed. You don't need it. See, both people are back now, but that will go down pretty quick. And actually, Dahaka is going to be in danger. Does need to use Burrow. Wednesday getting relatively late. Nice pulse bomb. Lubidium does need to phase shift up to them. And we do see now that this fort tower is slowly going down. Horvath going an aggressive line into the team. We can see the T Malva's gate has gone. I think this is where Aura was going. I wish I had black arrows. Which, fair enough. Black arrows would have made that probably so the whole gate would have disappeared. But it's neither here nor there. You still got a decent amount. I've accidentally clicked off. You'll see Death Punisher doing what can mid. And once again, Skycake has been left on their island bottom. Beowulf getting what they can. But I want to state that while all my jokes are cheese related, I do really like cheese. Cheese, very good. I love brie. I love soft cheese. I love hard cheeses. Mainly soft cheeses. Blue cheese, hell yeah. Speaking about cheese, blue cheese of Zarya is going to get ran down. But fortunately, they do have a bubble. They do have a Brightwing phase shift. And they're going to be fine at the end of the day. Venus, however, not as fine, needing just a backpedal. They went down to half health for that. They decide going back in, maybe wait a minute, no, not the play. Pops Iron Skin and skedaddles. And Death Punisher is now here to help the side of CM After Dark get people a little bit healed up. And now we see rotations coming up. We do see Skycake keeping an eye, sees Horvath going into that bush, push over just to follow. Crazy for Haruno is also there with him. And you can see this is getting open now. Skycake getting what stall they can. Venus now stepping up, does get polymorphed. We see Yona's getting right on top. Nice pulse bomb hitting 2 people there, and we can see a lot of damage coming out as well. And actually, that is Trace is going down first, however. Maybe not expected, but I think Tongue had hit them. And, well, Tracer doesn't exactly have the most health in first place, so if you have a very squishy person being stuck in place due to a Space Yoshi's tongue, that is probably that person going down. But I think it even will take out anyone even more tank related with enough damage. Especially when Zarya is at closer to full energy, but her energy has dropped off quite a bit now. So this feels very different from the pacing of last game. We can see that it is... Cool Cats and Kittens are definitely more confident on this map than last one, it feels. Or at least, it definitely feels it is a stronger map for them, and maybe not quite as strong for CM After Dark. It's a bit hard to say currently. Both teams are doing everything well is the thing. Like, they're both playing the game well. It's been a bit interesting to watch Tracer going to Skycake. We do see Rhaegar is dealing with Horvath a little bit, but this is seed number 3. Cool Cats and Kittens want this, especially because they're 10s. CM After Dark do not want Cool Cats and Kittens to get this, but they are down 10s. That is the issue here. Albeit, if the side of Cool Cats and Kittens don't get on top of it, it's not going to matter too much. Nearly at 10s now. We can see that they're already picking it up, though. I don't know if this is a great idea for CM. Beowulf is on it, does get interrupted by the Shamblers. Aura backing out, Wiener's trying to peel for them. You can see Death Punisher has now joined the fight. Yona's about to get stunned. Nope, they do blink out of it. We do see a blind coming out from the Joanna. Beowulf has started a turn, and Death Punisher seeing if they can get the stall. Does drop Totem, but doesn't get anything on it. But Beowulf will get the turn, and Death Punisher getting way too low for that. They drop Totem, but without that level 16, Totem doesn't do any damage. That alone doesn't stop it. Weenus and Aura push back into the Blizzard. However, nothing comes out. Weenus tries to use Blessed Shield, does not find anything. Gets a nice triple sunset. Aura doing their best to back out. Ancestral comes out, and Weenus to keep them up. Yona's doing their best. All the Spore Queen's things coming at once. Also, hi, Icy Morning. Hope you're doing well this evening. We can see this objective is going down pretty quickly now, but Cool Cats and Kittens are going to hold on. take this out in just a few minutes. Yep, Cool Cats can at least get one structure here. Jonas is trying their best to deal with the mid one and the top one. Skycake is on. Whom is messaging me? No one. Good. Right, but we can see now both teams are moving up. Jonas gets hits with a snowball. Horvath trying to get what they can onto them. And Tracer doing what they can to hold on a little bit. Nice little bit of a... I can't remember what that pulse bomb thing there. It's a level 1 parting gift. Horvath actually taking damage. I think that was the percent damage bomb. Skycake drops the gravel bomb. Doesn't quite find anything, but May is found in the meantime. Skycake soon to follow. Crazy for Harano does get the isolation off onto Weenus. Weenus, instead of finding anyone else, finds Beowulf. Ring of Frost comes out, finding a Luba DM. Crazy for Harano does what they can, push over it also as well. But now we can see that it is CM After Dark on the back foot. Weenus is the one most in danger. No repulsion zone, expulsion zone. I think it's expulsion zone up for Zarya at the moment, but we'll have a look at talents now. Because I haven't actually touched on the level 10s, and level 10s are indeed up. But we can see, I'll also mention just, Cool Cats getting very aggressive. But we do see, it is expulsion zone from Zarya. We see Hyperion, Raynor. I like Avalanche May. It is, okay, it's probably because I'm not good with Ice Wall is why I like Avalanche. But Avalanche can do a pretty good setup, and you don't always have to do the aggressive slide behind, roll everyone in, because even just a well-placed Avalanche when you're in this position, you can combo off of it. We can see Horvath stepping onto the objective. Repulsion zone comes out. Weenus trying to step back on top, however, their Iron Skin did run out. And that is the side of Cool Cats and Kittens actually stealing the cap and taking out Jonas in the meantime, which, well done if you're the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. They let this Tracer through, and actually, they're dealing with it. Nicely done. Other heroics. I still have yet to mention we have Isolation Nahaka, where we have Blink Wing? Blink Heal on the Bright Wing, not Blink Wing on the Bright Heal. Yes, that's what I'm going with today. But we also do see on the other hand side, we're seeing Ring of Frost on Jaina, which I actually did think we were going to see. Blessed Shield, Joe, also expected that. Gravel Bomb, Gazlo, I do like it. It can combo pretty well. And Skycake actually goes down. Death Punisher can get up there in time. We also see Ancestry Healing Rhaegar and the Pulse rounds on the Tracer. Speaking of which, we do see Crazy for Harano is being ran down. Phase Shift coming out. And that will be enough to actually get Weenus and Jonas to back off. This right wing is actually saving a lot of people from Jonas. But I know Tracer is one of those late game heroes. I know post 16 she gets relatively strong. Weenus gets out just before they're found by Horvath, however. They get to do that health mana reset. But Cool Cats and Kittens are 2 levels ahead. That's kind of the thing I'm worried about. And I don't know where I'm pointing my camera. Let me just zoom that out and just click this button. Right, sorry about that. We see Skycake Death Punisher clearing top. We see Tracer clearing bottom. And it is very much that CM After Dark is maybe taking a little bit of foot off the pedal here and going, you know what? We don't need a fight. We can just play safe. Let's just take this building, get some kind of momentum going in at least one of the lanes, and this will at least open up the top lane to do a decent amount. But I think we are going to need an immediate backpedal from them. We can see they're all halving immediately. Skycake will be stopped by a wave. But now it is the side of Cool Cats and Kittens pushing down bottom. We can see gates are already gone. Well, towers are gone. Gate is now gone. Death Punisher doesn't quite want to be the first one in. Blessed Shield coming out from Weenus. Nice stun coming out as well. However, Weenus a little bit on a lone ground. Nice polymorph by Skycake. Weenus, however, not polymorph, Gravel Bomb by Skycake. Weenus gets a nice polymorph onto him. However, that will be Skycake going down first. That level disadvantage just a little bit too much. Nice avalanche by May. Catching out both the Rhaegar and Gazlo is actually going to be soon. Like, actually, no, Gazlo didn't go down. Weenus is running away. We can actually see May went down as well. Yona's backing out. Oh, Gazlo did go down. What am I on about? Rhaegar was the one caught up. Apparently, I am bad at telling video game characters apart. Impressive, I know, but I am not the brightest tool in the shed. But we can now see that... Wait, Weenus, where did you come from? We can now see that they did run it down. Nice dodge by Weenus, even though he did pop Iron Skin. He's going to be fine. Repulsion Zone comes out. Didn't quite find anything. People are now up, respawned. But it is, once again, a third seed for the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. CM are going to have to defend here quite well. Crazy for Harano does help clear that out, and that is Skycake there to stall at least. I didn't know if anyone was going to get there in time, but fortunately enough they did. Nice grab on coming out. Doesn't quite find anyone, however, Crazy for Harano did use bubble. That's Pulse Bomb onto Pushover. Pushover taking a lot of damage. Yona's doing what they can. Nice blind by May. And we can see actually Tahaka goes down first. And this is what CM After Dark needed. They have their 16s. Venus actually getting relatively low. Will go down next. Beowulf and Lubidium getting relatively low as well. Push back by Pushover, meaning that people get a hold on. Yona's dodging the May E, but we can see that is the Ice Block going off. Nice Ancestral coming out onto Death Punisher. Death Punisher itself, Ancestral, best Ancestral. Yona's getting relatively low. Skycake trying to run. Dodges the Avalanche. We can see May goes down. Skycake getting a nice stun, so they actually get a hold on. And this is the first objective actually finally found by CM After Dark. No, it's not. Death Punisher gets stopped. And that is actually Beowulf taking out Skycake. And what was going well for the side of CM After Dark is no longer. Beowulf getting that seed. And now there's a decent push that both, I guess, May is one. Oh. I was like watching everything drop here. I didn't even see Tracer die. That's my bad camera work coming in. Oh, I was wondering if the Pantera just get distracted. But the side of CM After Dark are up at a relative good time to defend. Shield goes down. But not much more health of the Fort Will. Core Will. Venus running up. Does need to dodge it. Nice pulse one by Jonas. Pull hits Beowulf. Nice repulsion, expulsion zone. Blind coming out. No one's with Venus. Venus a little bit overextended. Does decide to back up. They don't have Blessed Shield. They have already used it. So no one is going to be found with that. But good defense by the side of CM After Dark. They got the kills they needed. And they do get to hold on because of it. Let's just listen to that clanking fist that is Gazlo just going clank, 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 as they do slowly punch the plant tear down, which I don't know how metal makes it sound on plant material, but apparently it does. Right, Venus steps in, nice stun. We do see Gravity Bomb coming out, hitting 3 people, and we do see the Ice Bomb hits enough. Tracer and Rhaegar pushed out. Venus Sky King relatively low. Nice root coming out from Jaina. Crazy for Harano is actually one in danger and will go down. Pushover is going to try run as well. I think it was the numbing blast we saw from Jaina meant that the root came out and people were going down a bit more than they would expect. We can see now very aggressive stance from the side of CM After Dark. Oh no, Beowulf has actually been caught out. They do pop their shield. They have a quite rather big one, but they will go down at the end. And that will be CM After Dark, turning the momentum of this game around. Sure, Cats and Kittens nearly had their storm talents, but, well, they do now, but they're now down 2 people. CM After Dark found what kills they needed and then able to get a decent amount off of it. So looking at the storm talents real quick, Raynor did go the unstop. They went Rainer's Raiders. Wait, Rainer's Rolls? Raiders Roll? Raiders Roll. And at level 20 we do see also the Avalanche upgrade of Cascade from the May. I love the Dahaka upgrade here. I love Contagion. I feel it just does so much. And it's such a good one. We also see the Theory Protector from Brightwing. I think that's what it's called. Yes, and Zarya's thinking about it. I think we'll probably see Shield reset. But they're just holding on to keep it a surprise for later. Both teams' cores are under attack, according to the announcer lady that's in the game. Which, yeah, I can see that. I can see there's a minion wave here with a Kata. Once again, we're in a position that Cats and Kittens do have a little bit of a lead. CM After Dark not quite at the 20s. It should trickle through at any moment. Venus has been scouted. And there's Storm Talents for both teams. We see Tracer went that full recall. Total recall. Farseer's Blessing, Rhaegar. Wait, no, they don't need it. What am I on about? The seed just happened. The seed literally just happened. I don't need to worry about that. We see miniature black hole from Gazlo. Man, it has not been a while since I've seen that talent, but I guess we do have a more classic Gazlo build of when they were first changed over. They're definitely that more kind of tanky, bruisery style of Gazlo, where they can get more. They do get shields off turrets. They do get the scrap back from punching. So yeah, makes sense that you're going this instead of bomb build. Oh, and I do like that Overclock was picked up as well, as that percent damage can do a fair bit. It does stack up quite quickly. The other things to note is Indestructible picked up by Venus. Also, Deep Chill Jaina makes everyone slower. And actually, we went Clear Out by Zarya, which, you know what? I do not see it picked often, but I like it. I like more repulsion zones. Hell yeah. More kind of zone control. It lasts longer. More zone control. Hell yeah. I mean, that's really my 2 comments. I don't have anything else. It's all just zone control, really. But yeah. I don't know what else to say. We do see the side of CM After Dark now stepping in. Actually, they're taking a little bit of a circuitous route. Venus barely misses the stall, but will there still be a fight anyway? No? Maybe? Venus somehow gets through. Aura is actually stuck in an awkward situation. Nice shield by Venus, however, they get pushed away. Aura barely dodges the tongue for Crazy for Haruno. And that's quite a few heroics used, but fortunately no one dies to either side. So this game will go on. And we see Horovath slide out the end, just wanting to be safe. In particular, they're not quite wanting to go down just yet. Oh, every now and again, I just hear my accent come out every now and again. When I'm a bit like, yeah, let's go, mate. I'm like, oh god, that's right, I do sound like that. Which, honestly, that was one of the most awkward things starting about streaming. Just the accent coming out and hearing yourself. But we do see now, heavy push by the side of CM After Dark. They're wanting to at least balance this out a little bit. We can see they're wanting to back up. They don't want to overstay their welcome. 4 at half, but it is the 3rd seed coming up. And, well, my camera works off again. Cloud and Minds do not want to be late for this one. But will they just let Cool Cats and Kittens do it, or are we just going to get a Mexican standoff? Harvoff slides in the bush, finds Venus. Venus stepping up, going to get the blind onto Beowulf. Nope, there's the stun now. We see Avalanche coming out, and actually that pushes 2 people out of the fight immediately just because of positioning. There's a Grabber Bomb. Nice 4-man stun. It actually means that Grabber Bomb 3000 is nearly immediately back. Death Function Aura having to back up a long way. Horvath taking a lot of damage. We see that Death Function and Jaina are back up pretty much. Where is the next Gravo? There it is. Once again, we never see another 3-man Gravo, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4 members of the side of Cool Cats and Kittens down. And that may be Cloud of Minds calling to end top. As we can see, they are booking it. I think they will get it here. As that is long death timers. And that 2 Gravos in that one fight did so much. And that is the strength of Miniature Black Hole. People don't pick it enough for what it is. And well, we can see that it has definitely done a lot. Expulsion Zone used by Beowulf, but that is not quite going to stop everyone from hitting it. Jonas does have Ricochet up, is probably the most awkward thing for them. They're not quite able to get that damage as easily on core as they like. But it is going down. 60, 50. Beowulf holding on. But the core isn't going to be forwarded the same nicety. As that will be the game and the series going over to the side of Cloud and Minds. GG everyone. Nicely played. Right. Let me swap on over to my game summary screen. As I'll quickly go over this, we do see that Raynor did a lot of damage and a lot of siege. However, not quite enough, as we do see Jaina did the most siege for the side of CMR Dark. Pretty close to Cool Cats and Kittens. Kittens? Jesus. Kittens. That's a Freudian slip. But we do have healing, relatively even between Rhaegar and Brightwing. Zari did also that shielding. Unfortunately, the shielding wasn't quite enough, and we do see that Cool Cats and Kittens didn't quite make it there, despite their strong start. And CM After Dark surmounted a comeback that I didn't think was going to happen, but did work out for them in the end. I am just going to drop myself into a lobby and ping Division A, like, hey, guys, is anyone from CM wanting to join me? Which I can't hear things when I have OBS open, so odds are I'm going to type, and yep, someone did join me while I saw that going. Skycake, how are you doing? How you feel?
Oh, you know, it's a good day. Having fun on Gazlo, so yeah, that's always a joy.
And that Gazlo did certainly do a lot. Sorry, just give me a moment. And someone's inviting me to a party, which is not ideal. Anyway, map number 1, not Towers Doom, Tomb of Spider Queen. That went pretty well in your favor. It was very close throughout the first kind of early to mid game, but then that late game, you guys really started pushing in. Was your general game plan there just wait for those heroics, and then that was kind of what you were relying on to push through, or was there something else that was kind of underlying all of that?
Yeah, no, I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head there. Weenus was doing our shot calling tonight. Did a fantastic job. It's a kind of little bit not shattered of a team, but comms are probably a little bit different than everybody's used to because I'm like a flex that just joined the team, as well as Tiger not being around this week because he just had knee surgery. So there's a lot of shuffling around that we had to do, and it was pretty much exactly what we said was we're going to build a team for post 10s, play real safe, not try to do any invading goofy stuff, and it worked out great.
Yeah, we can see that both teams are about 3 gems within each other the whole early bit of the game, which was impressive to say the least. Also, best wishes to I've immediately found Tiger with his recovery. That's not fun to say the least. But
you know what? I watched a video of his doctors messing around with his knee, and they were just flinging that thing all over the place while it was ripped open. So he must be doing something fine, because I don't think they would have done that if it was anything crazy.
I mean, if they're flinging things all over the place, he also could have done something very wrong.
That's true.
Anyway, map number...
the heart with a potato.
Map number 2, Garden of Terror. That did not quite start as smoothly for you guys. Do you think that's because of that you're not used to the shot calling of Weenus, just because you are missing Tiger?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of that. I was definitely having a really hard time because it was tough for me to find the right rotations on the map, and I just kept getting pressured by the Rainer, which I had no chance against. Pushover was doing a really good job of pressuring bottom lane. I kind of should have been matching the Dahaka the whole game, but it was just really tough to do. Double globals was very oppressive for us, and all the ganks that we tried to set up, Levidium was just, both him and Crazy were on it every time, so we were having a really hard time getting momentum in that game.
Yeah, and it very much felt like it was going to end before anything else had really happened, but you guys did eventually get to that 20, and that last fight, double Gravo, that double miniature black hole, just back to back, I bet that would have felt very good, considering how the rest of the game was going up till then.
Yeah, it was awesome. It felt good to be able to get that quick reset on it. We had, Weenus had called in comms. We all knew what the play was if we got anything that was 4 deaths or more. Ignore map. We had the top lane option. So, it was a really hectic fight. That last fight that we were in, 2 of our DPS got pressured off to the other side. So it was like, we either need to all in them or they're going to have to go all the way around, and we're probably going to end up giving a seed 3 again and most likely losing there. So, it just happened to be bad positioning, I think, on their end, which, afforded me the ability to get to, a 4 and then a 5-man Gravo, which thank God, because they were whooping our butts. Shout out to Beowulf for doing he's got a really oppressive Zarya.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen too much Zarya in NGS, but it did work out for him, because definitely that was rough for the longest time. Is there any kind of comments you want to say on the series in general? Any thank yous to anyone or anything like that?
Yeah, well, especially for you, thank you for casting. Thanks, NGS, for putting all this stuff on, of course. It's always fun to participate in these. Thanks, Weenus, for taking over this week. You're amazing. I love that guy. Come see us in Vegas the first weekend of November at WeenusCon.
I was wondering when WeenusCon was happening, because I do know it appears every now and again. But thank you for joining me, Skycake. Go have fun with your team and have a good rest of your evening.
You too, buddy. Thanks.
No worries. Anyway, that will be it for me this evening. I have been your also, thank you, Weenus, for the 69 bits. Much appreciated. But thank you, everyone, for joining me in this match of CM After Dark, facing off against Cool Cats and Kittens. I'll actually remember to update the score right at the end after I've talked for about another 5 minutes extra than I thought I would. Anyway, CM After Dark did take the series 2-0. They was map pick first of the done by Cool Cats Kittens on Tomb of Spider Queen, which was taken by Team After Dark. Then they chose map pick, CM After Dark forcing to CM After Dark 4th Cinematic pick, chose our Garden of Terror, which we fought, and did take it in the end. But that'll be it for me. I wish everyone a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending where you are in the world, because time zone's just a little bit weird, as we all know, especially me at this point, because I'm like, man, it is barely, not even 5 p.m, and most of these people are already like, I need to go to sleep, I'm tired. So have a good night, everyone, and I'll see you all in the Nexus.